Hey, what's up, guys? It's Cypher Season 3. It's been extended to June 4th, actually. And since it's been extended, there's a little bit more time. I want to make this video to talk about everything that I want in Season 3 of Fortnite. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for all the support. We just recently hit 3.2 million subscribers. I don't think he has a gun. The 70% is not a joke, guys. We're going to show a little graphic on the screen. It's real. 70% of the people who have been watching the videos lately are not subscribed, and we're still gaining a lot of subs, so hit that sub button. All right, first topic is going to be performance. We know that the performance has been kind of weird lately. There's been increase in ping, FPS problems, lag, and people phasing through builds. My hope is that Fortnite has a lot of plans to improve the performance of the game, because right now there's a lot of issues. Second thing is I would like, you know, it's a stretch, but I would like for Arena to be reworked. I want people to have a reason to grind for Arena, even when there's not an FNCS. Arena has been pretty stacked lately because of FNCS. You have to be champs, you know, to play in the tournaments. But if there wasn't an FNCS happening, and I know what it's like when there isn't an FNCS happening, there's not a lot of people playing Arena. Gotta be careful here. There we go. Like I was saying, Arena is really only played when there's a big tournament that requires you to reach a certain rank champs to play in it. I would like for Epic to rework Arena, have a true leaderboard. Epic actually, a couple weeks ago on the competitive Twitter, they actually posted a leaderboard for the players who have the most Arena points. So they have the system and they teased it. So potentially, we're going to see actual leaderboards and potentially real rewards coming in for grinding Arena, so that people are more inclined to take the Arena game seriously. And there's rewards for people who grind Arena, which will cause more people to play. And in turn, it will make the casual games less sweaty. The problem right now is like Arena and the pub games are so close. There's not a huge difference in between them because you go against people of similar skill. Just like Arena. And as far as the updates are concerned, Fortnite at its peak, when it was the best it ever was, they did the updates every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, there would be new content coming to the game. Now, I know right now there's a lot going on in the world, and that might be hard to achieve. But if they get close to that, I think it'll be really good. If they get close to just updating the game every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, they add something new, new gun, unvaulting, vaulting, just changes like that would be great. Big thing for me right now is the pacing of the game. They need to add more mobility in the pub matches. They need to add more mobility. They need to make it easier for players to move around. I need to nade stack this guy right here, guys. I just need to just let it rip, you know. Boom, bang, bop. Did not work as intended. We hit this guy quite a bit. There we go. So we need mobility, and we need mobility in 3 different ways. Okay, 3 different ways. It can't just be more launch pads. All right, there needs to be more items that allow you to move on the map. So rifts, more launch pads, bounce pads, glider redeploy, or come up with some new stuff. All right, you don't necessarily have to. There are so many things right now in Fortnite that are vaulted. So many things that are vaulted that just bringing back some of the things that they vaulted would literally change the game tremendously and kind of give it a breath of fresh air, right? So items. On top of that, there needs to be more map mobility. Right now we have the river and we have the boats and we have the helicopters and pubs, but I don't think that's enough at times. There needs to be potentially rifts back on the map, more ways to, you know, pull your glider, fly up in the air, and move around the map. At one point we had slipstreams. I'm not saying we need slipstreams to come back. I'm not saying we need rifts to come back. You can come up with some brand new stuff. Bring back some of the vehicles, bring in new vehicles. Quad crashers would be cool, especially if you could fly around the map with quad crashers. Map mobility is going to be important. Okay. Third thing was the vehicles. More vehicle mobility would be nice, but not vehicles that are game breaking like the planes or the mechs. Things that will make the game have more mobility without the, you know, the frustration of without the frustration of like getting ran over by a mech, you know? I need to put on this big pop. Speaking of putting on the big pop, another thing that I want them to bring back is shields. I'm not talking about the shields we have right now. You know what I'm talking about, guys. Slurp juice, chug jugs, chug splashes, you know? The more shields, the better. You don't got to bring them all back. You really don't. But the more shields, the better. I personally don't have a problem with an abundance of shields in the game. I don't have a problem with there being a lot of shields. I don't think it's a bad thing. Okay. As long as it's accessible to everybody, I think it's cool. I think it's good. Now, as far as loot pool is concerned, hopefully they make more distinctions competitively so that items like the minigun and maybe heavy sniper are either not as abundant as they are right now in competitive, or just don't exist in competitive at all. Like if they make changes to make the minigun or to make competitive mode have like a really good ranking system, it would go a long way. I'm gonna die. I need to get out of this thing. All right. There we go. Now with the minigun. My minigun is better than yours. Sorry, but back to the subject. All these changes that I'm suggesting will potentially allow the game to keep more players alive throughout a match, so that we're not all immediately dying in the first few minutes of a game. Some people just die out really quickly. So it would be nice if that happens. What are you doing, man? What is going on here? Bring traps back. I was talking about the traps, guys. I was talking about the traps. If they bring traps back, if they bring anything back that was removed for being too powerful or whatever the case may be, they need to bring it back with some slight changes. Okay. Hear me out. Here are my suggestions for traps. Unbiased, all right? I'm going to try to be as unbiased as possible because I'm very biased when it comes to traps, obviously. Bruh. Traps. Bring them back. Okay. But few changes. Reduce the damage from 150 down to 100 or 125. If you ask me, I say 125, but most people will probably say 100. That's fine. Either ways, not less than 100. Second thing is, if you eliminate somebody, their traps should deactivate. Completely deactivate. What does that mean? If you jump into somebody's box and they spam 6 traps and you pump them in the face, the traps should turn off. They should not kill you. Okay? That way, if somebody's weak and you jump in their box, can I please drop down? That way, if somebody's weak and you jump in their box, oh my god, I am just cooking up a storm right now. And you eliminate them before the traps go off. The traps should just not go off. and that's my suggestions for traps. So basically, and that applies to other things. Like if something was too powerful, if there was a gun that was too strong and you bring it back, make some adjustments. Some adjustments to make it more balanced, make it more enjoyable, while still having the fun aspect of what we remember from that gun. Okay? So there's got to be a few more things. A few more items I'm looking for. Infantry rifle. Bring back the infantry, man. The infantry rifle was a fun, accurate gun. It rewarded accuracy. It was strong, and it wasn't. You couldn't spam with it because it had a limit of like 10 bullets, 8 bullets. Bring back the infantry, man. Bring it back. I think the infantry never needed to go away. It needs to make a comeback for sure. Bruh. Man, it's 16 C4 at me. Vault C4. I'm kidding. Don't vault the C4. I think C4 is fine. I think it's a little weird that you can only carry one C4 in competitive. I think like that's one of those things where you might as well just remove it from competitive. I'm kind of stalling because I want to make sure I covered all my topics before killing this guy. Anything else? Map changes. Give us some of the old POIs back, you know? I wouldn't mind if you threw in Tilted over Lazy Lake. You've already got one of the buildings from Tilted in Lazy Lake. Just a couple more to call it even. Impulse nades, shockwave nades, those were always fun. Maybe not in competitive. Shockwave nades were not good in competitive. But impulse nades might be good for competitive, to be honest with you. I feel bad for this guy, guys, but I gotta let you know, like, I could kill this guy in any way. I'm really just, I'm just dragging the fight out just because I kind of want to finish talking about the topic. Boogie bombs. Boogie bombs are a staple of Fortnite. I miss them. I love them. They were so fun to use. They were so great. I had so many tips and tricks with boogie bombs. Bring back the boogie bombs. Hunting rifle is cool for trick shotting, but I'm not really a huge fan of the hunting rifle. Man, the thing about Fortnite that makes it so great is that they don't even have to bring in new stuff. There's so many things that used to exist in the game that they could bring back that would make the game fun again and like super enjoyable. They don't even have to go hardcore with bringing in new things. That's the crazy part. They don't even have to bring in new things. They can literally just bring in some of the old things that we miss, and people will be so happy, myself included. And other games don't really have that kind of advantage. We're just being able to bring old stuff in. Other games don't really have that advantage, unfortunately. But Fortnite does, which makes it, super, super cool. This guy is cranking. All right, dude, don't die yet. Don't fall off yet. I need to finish the topic. No. All right, guys, if you guys enjoyed this YouTube video, I think I covered everything. Honestly, I think I covered everything. If you guys enjoyed this YouTube video, comment down below what you want out of season 3 of Fortnite. I listed off a lot of the things that I want. Most of them were fixes and things that were vaulted, bring them back. But I'm excited to see what new stuff Fortnite comes up with for season 3. Like this video, and like I said, 70% of you who are watching are not even subscribed. So click that subscribe button. Let's get to 4 million subs. Let's do it. Come on. Let's go.